Hello and welcome to another session from the Basic Electrical and Electronics series. In this video, we'll discuss one of the most important and current topics, energy sources, both conventional and non-conventional. Let's get started. Today, we will understand what are energy sources, the difference between conventional and non-conventional sources, and examples of each type. This topic is especially relevant in today's world where we are shifting from fossil fuels to renewable sources. Let's begin with conventional energy sources. These are sources of energy that have been formed in nature over millions of years, like coal, petroleum, and natural gas. They are non-renewable, which means once used, they cannot be replaced easily. One of the most common conventional sources is coal. Coal releases large amounts of energy when burned. It is rich in hydrocarbons. Coal is formed from dead plants buried deep under the earth, exposed to pressure and temperature for millions of years. Coal is used mainly in thermal power plants. Next, we have oil and natural gas. They are formed from dead plants and animals buried in sedimentary rocks around 100 to 200 million years ago. These resources are not found everywhere, only in selected regions across the globe. Natural gas, mainly made of methane, is used for cooking and heating, in transportation, and as a raw material in industries like petrochemicals and fertilizers. In many rural and tribal areas, firewood is still used for cooking and heating, but overuse of firewood leads to deforestation and causes indoor air pollution. While it's a traditional method, it's not sustainable in the long term. In many rural and tribal areas, firewood is still used for cooking and heating, but overuse of firewood leads to deforestation and causes indoor air pollution. While it's a traditional method, it's not sustainable in the long term. Now let's talk about non-conventional energy sources. These are sources that are being produced continuously in nature and will never get exhausted. They are also called renewable energy sources and are environment-friendly. Let's look at the main types. First, we have solar energy. It is the energy we get from the sun in the form of light and heat. Solar radiation near Earth is approximately 1.4 kilojoules per second, called the solar constant. Heat energy is used in devices like solar cookers, solar heaters, and solar furnaces. Light energy is converted into electricity using solar cells. Next is wind energy. It uses the kinetic energy of wind to turn wind turbines. Each windmill produces a small amount of electricity, so many windmills are combined in wind farms to generate larger power. It's a clean and renewable form of energy. Also known as hydropower, this source uses the energy of moving water, like from rivers and dams. Hydro energy converts potential or kinetic energy of water into electricity using turbines and generators. It's a sustainable, widely used method, especially in areas with mountains and flowing rivers. Geothermal energy comes from the heat inside the Earth. This heat is generated from radioactive decay and the planet's formation. It can be used for heating buildings and for electricity generation. Geothermal energy is renewable because the Earth's internal heat is constantly replenished. Biomass energy is obtained from organic materials like plants and animals. These can be burned to produce heat or electricity, or converted into biofuels. Examples include crop waste, animal dung, and even food waste. It's renewable and can help reduce greenhouse gas emissions if used sustainably. Let's now clearly understand the difference between conventional and non-conventional energy sources. Point by point. 1. Formation time. Conventional energy sources like coal, oil, and gas are formed over millions of years deep inside the earth. They take a very long time to develop and cannot be replaced quickly. On the other hand, non-conventional energy sources like solar and wind are produced continuously in nature. They are always available and renewed every day. Two examples. Some common conventional sources include coal, petroleum, natural gas, and nuclear energy, whereas non-conventional sources include solar energy, wind energy, hydropower, geothermal energy, and biomass. 3. Renewable nature. Conventional sources are non-renewable. Once we use them up, they're gone forever or take millions of years to form again, but non-conventional sources are renewable. They are naturally replenished. For example, the sun shines every day, wind keeps blowing, and rivers keep flowing. 4. Environmental impact. Conventional sources cause high pollution. They release harmful gases, contribute to global warming, and damage ecosystems. Non-conventional sources are clean and eco-friendly. They produce little to no pollution and help us reduce our carbon footprint. 5. Cost and maintenance. Initially, conventional sources may seem cheaper, but over time, the cost increases due to fuel depletion and pollution control. Non-conventional sources, like solar and wind, may have high setup cost, but they have low running and maintenance cost over the years. 6. Future availability. Conventional sources are limited, and we are already facing energy shortages in many areas. Non-conventional sources are unlimited. They are the future of energy, clean, safe, and sustainable. And that's all for today's session on conventional and non-conventional energy sources. We've seen how energy is generated from both fossil fuels and renewable methods, and why the world is now shifting towards clean energy. If you found this video helpful, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next class.